Book. Pick up the book.
Okay.
Hi.
Hello.
You're not here. Where are you? You're not in the bubble. It's not
Hi.
Hello.
I'm now in the bubble. Okay, hi.
Okay.
Yeah, hi.
Okay, well, we have to do this as fast as we can.
Yes, we can.
So we're going to have to enlarge the bubble.
Yeah,
and
we're
see
going
if
to
we
enlarge
fit in the bubble.
Yes, we
fit in
do.
the bubble.
We
Oh my
did.
gosh.
Okay, that
I didn't think we were going to fit.
We're
We
not
fit in
that,
the bubble.
I don't have that big of heads. Okay.
But I'm fat. No, I'm not fat at all. I'm pretty good size.
Okay. Now we're going to start.
You can start because I'm looking for specific.
All right, fine.
line.
While she searches for her amazing line, I'm going to go to the right page. I'm just going to open up to a random page in this book and read it.
There's just one.
Okay. You got it?
Yeah, I've got it.
All right.
It's still on. Right, just go.
Dylan checked her damp, frizzy hair for split ends, and Claire examined her swollen red cuticles. I wasn't saying that. It was just...
You didn't inform me that you had a strange wolf on your doorstep? I gave him a put upon sight. I'm not one of your pack members, Adam. I know this is difficult for you to fathom, so I'll speak slowly. I don't belong to you. I am under no obligation to tell you anything.
Okay, next one. Yep. You've got it wrong, Austin calls out at Sky. Rachel's dressed up, asked Caitlin.
When at last Pembroke, a pack rat, arrived at the laurel bush by the reservoir, he was rather surprised to see that he'd beaten the nephew back. Old Mad Rat looked in a pretty sad way, but the wine revived him a bit. After giving him several squirts, Pembroke climbed down the stone bank to the reservoir to wash off the oil off his back.
But not until March did luck favor Ron at last.
It actually worked.
Harry was sitting in the tent entrance on guard duty, staring idly at the clump of great, I don't know how to pronounce that had forced their way through the chilly ground when Ron shouted excitedly from inside the tent.
Oh, who's that sailing through the sky?
That actually worked. Right.
Continue.
Get to the right book. Alright, I'm going to just go to this book. Okay. Oh, what about his gun? Ryan grinned as he held the weapon up so it could catch the faint moonlight. No worries, he said, and tucked the gun into the back of his waistband underneath his shirt.
Wait, now you got me searching for a specific part.
He led his way through the trees, double time, and I had to practically run to keep up with him. But I wasn't going to argue. I kept thinking that Marlowe man would wake up any moment, and when he did, he'd be pretty angry. I don't want him to be anywhere in the vicinity after what had happened.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it. Jesse screamed. Sean had emptied his gun without slowing down the wolf. He drew a wicked-looking knife and closed in to use it, but the werewolf caught him with one of those quick cat-like side swipes that no candid... You should have the latter motion to do. Like me, Sean hit a crate and collapsed on the floor. Yeah, that's good.
Okay. The spies are great at pretending, so we believed that the bad part was over. We acted as if everything was going to be okay. We rolled down the windows and sang at the top of our lungs and tried not to think about why we had to make unscheduled stops and turn over without signaling and dozens of other counter surveillance techniques that are the sign of really bad drivers and really good spies.
Max waited at the mailbox. Some of the picnic guests have arrived, Max said Ruby. They need to be entertained.
A Sudoku even you can do. Fill in every square with 1. Can you solve it? Answers on page 143.
Work, said Tom, though he didn't make any effort to move. His voice was still growly, and his eyes gleamed yellow in the darkness. Anna, my cell's in pieces, and Maura won't carry one. You need to call for help. I'm not going to be walking anywhere for a few days.
Do you remember Renee Marcel, who attended school with me? She was from Paris and is now a society reporter for a paper there. Why don't I get in touch with her? Surely if Mr. Rosmeyer died, Renee would know about it.
Hey, no cutting, a few people shouted as they marched past, but Claire kept her eyes fixed forward and ignored them all. She would be with Massey in a few seconds, and then they'd be safe.
Name, Christopher. Date of adoption, the Christmas of 06. Body color is white and brown. Eye color, honey brown. Favorite toy, fire hydrant. Likes going for walks. Dislikes I don't know what he dislikes. Like, I don't know how to spell. You know what? I'm not going to even bother.
Thank you, Adam, I told him. Thank you for tearing Tim into small Timbits. Thank you.
That's
I can't say this seriously because I was worried. Thank you for forcing me to drink one last cup of fairy bug juice so I could have the use of both my arms. Thank you for being there, for putting up with me. By that point, I wasn't laughing anymore. I still am. Thank you for keeping me from being part of being another of Stefan's sheep. I'll take the pack over that any day. Thank you for making the tough calls, for giving me time. I stood up and walked to him, leaning against him and pressing my face against his shoulder. Thank you for loving me. Now I stopped laughing.
How wonderful is it to be at the beach at the Bantons? It's a heaven of tranquility here, and I am so looking forward to a few months of painting and quiet contemplation.
Samuel. I touched the door and it opened a foot or so, just enough that I could see Samuel stretched out on his bed, still in his hospital scrubs, and smelling of cleanser and blood. I hate that smell. Not the blood, the cleanser. I hate the smell of hospitals. Oof, it burns your nose. He had his arm over his eyes. Samuel, I paused in the doorway to give my nose a chance to tell me what he was feeling, but I couldn't smell the usual suspects. He wasn't angry or frightened. There was something. He smelled of pain. Samuel, are you all right?
Do you want to know how to play an awesome party game? I learned it at Ryan's birthday party on February 25th at Solara's gym. At the party, we played a game called Indian Chief. Indian Chief is Indian Chiefs played with 3 or more people. All the people sit in a circle except one person. First, the person that is out of the circle has to close their eyes and cover their ears. Alright, you know, I was just...
How come you're wearing a towel, she asked. I showed her and she giggled. Whoops, I forgot you wouldn't have a bra. I'll get a sweatshirt for you to wear over that. When she was safely gone, I smiled to myself. She was right. There's something about having someone take care of you, even when you don't need it. Maybe especially when you don't need it. Dodged around Honey's tattoo. Honey's husband. And out the door, the flip-flops making little snapping sounds that didn't cover up Adam's final comment. I like your tattoo, Mercy.
Boy with face.
Boy with face. That's all.
And the blank screen reminded Hugo of a brand new piece of paper. He loved the wonderful whirling sounds from the projector that filled the theater.
How does the pack run from there? I watched her sweat. Ben was right that it was someone higher up. She was expecting to name him soon, so not too far down the pack hierarchy. Ariel, it wasn't her either, was it? She likes Adam. She'd never send him into a burning building to rescue someone who wasn't there. She stiffened at the dig. Then there's Paul. That got her. Wasn't that interesting? But I know better.
Flood. Flood. A great flow of water. Synonym, dull surge, tide, high tide, freshet, overflow, torrents, wave, bore, flood tide, egger, tidal flood or flow.
I phased, but I was still alone in my head. I thought to myself, belonging to a pack. Hola! Not that pack. Jacob's pack. I belong to Jacob's pack. Yo no soy no comprendo.
Ah, Mexicans! I knew exactly what he wanted to do. I knew it would make Luminant and Kay take over. I knew it would set him free. I think it would end up with me in an elevator being smushed once he was free.
I'm scared of elevators. Did you not read this?
He was now all the way to where his cell would allow, and I was only a dog away from my weakness. I could feel Kay in the ground. It's not. Oh my god, it is not. I could feel Kay and Luminant pushing me to feel more closer. Dark holding me back. Fang up, I managed to say. Obeying my orders, Fang jumped into the bars and licked Iron Boy, forcing him to the ground, mouth wide open. Fang now didn't stop barking. Once she changed to human form, she was on the floor laughing hysterically. That was awesome. I wish you could have seen your face. It was a riot.
The elevator?
Yep, she said, still laughing.
Are we done with the elevator?
Yep.
Okay.
I just finished the whole talking.
It's
funny though, because
I'm scared of elevators. Gosh darn it.
All right,
It's not funny at all.
Well, okay, Radhika, if you're watching this, that was it thing about your